Hello and welcome back to the next episode of the Campbell County Trunk Show, presented by Postmark La Follette right here on WLAF. If you missed our first two episodes, which were in September and October, you can actually catch them on postmarklafollette.org, or you can go to the WLAF YouTube channel right now and stream them live. As always, our episodes debut the second Wednesday of every month at 8:30 p.m. right here on Channel 12 WLAF. As always, remember that we want your feedback, and we're going to be presenting the information on the screen tonight of how you can reach out to us to submit your own stories for next month's episodes. And remember, we want you to create the content, just like the ideas that we've had that help create this month. This month, we have a very special treat for you, as this episode is debuting on November 11th, which is Veterans Day. We're going to be taking a tour of the Campbell County Historical Society and the Military History Room, and then we're going to take a quick tour through Campbell County, visiting some areas that are related to veterans. 2020 has been a difficult year for many of us, and this Veterans Day and an election year, it's very important to remember all those that have given everything for our right to vote and for our freedoms. This is also the 100-year anniversary of the suffragist movement of women's right to vote. So tonight, as I tour through the East Tennessee Historical Society and we go through a county tour, I encourage you to think of a veteran that has meant something in your life, or if you're a veteran, thank you. And with that, let's go on and take our tour at the East Tennessee Historical Society. Thank you. Before we start our tour of the Military History Room at the Campbell County Historical Society, we are greeted by this painting of a local veteran by the name of Mr. Sam Ridner. Here, you'll see two pictures of Mr. Ridner during his time of service, including the image we're slowly zooming in on, which is the actual picture on which the painting is based. As we walk into the Military History Room of the Campbell County Historical Society, it's important to note that many of these items have been donated by local veterans, their family members, and friends. In fact, you may recognize some of them. Maybe you recognize some of the pictures, some of the uniforms, and many of the objects in the room. Maybe you've actually visited this room before, or maybe not. And if you've not, this is your first chance to get a feel for it. So, as we go through this, there'll be a few things that I'll point out along the way, but for the most part, I'm going to be quiet and let you enjoy the tour for yourself, to reflect on what veterans mean to you, what freedom means to you, and take the time to honor these veterans in your own way. One face which many of you may recognize is of General Carl Steiner, who, as you can see, has met many dignitaries in the United States and across the world. And here is an actual incident that many of you may be familiar with. This is the 1944 troop train wreck that you may have seen on your way up 25W from La Follette to the city of Jellicoe. While this here only tells you a little bit about the 1944 train wreck, towards the end of this video we're going to give you the contact information for the Campbell County Historical Society. So if you want to know more, we encourage you to reach out to them by email to learn more about this event as well as many others and many of the objects that you're seeing in this room today. Here is a bit of a close-up of some of the different images and history that you'll see in this part of the military history room, and we'll finish up with a nice close-up of the military uniform that we had seen when we started to the right. As we leave the military history room, you'll see that there's other veteran and military related treasures throughout the Campbell County Historical Society, including this Blue Star quilt, but you can also do your own research about Revolutionary War veterans, Civil War veterans, World War I veterans, World War II veterans, and more. You can research your own family history as well as visit many other different fascinating rooms talking about the varied history in Campbell County. Soon, as we transition here, you're going to see some of the actual books and family histories that you can view at the Campbell County Historical Society. And here in a few moments, after we give a tour of these two rooms, we're going to cover a couple other rooms and talk to you a little bit about the contact information for the Campbell County Historical Society during these times of COVID. As we prepare to leave this room, it's important to note that you'll notice many other things if you visit the Campbell County Historical Society in the future, including wonderful pictures and artifacts like you're seeing here. There's also a room dedicated to local music, including our partner, 1450 WLAF, and also Howard Armstrong, who is the namesake of the Louis Bluey Festival here in Campbell County. There's also many books for sale about Campbell County that you can see, and here's a little bit more about the Historical Society itself, as well as its mission, how to become a volunteer, and an email address, which we'll have at the end. There's going to be a bit more contact information coming up soon, but it's very important to know that your memberships would be very valuable, as the Historical Society is always looking for funds to be able to keep doing the valuable work that they're doing. And if you've never visited, they're actually, as you can see in the background, not far from Cross Funeral Home in La Follette. If you're Turning onto 25W from La Follette, they're right before the 25W exit, and if you're coming off at 25W, they'll be shortly to the right. Here's the email address once again to contact the Campbell County Historical Society. At the current time, the email will be the address to go to, as the Campbell County Historical Society office is currently closed due to COVID, but please reach out to this email if you have any questions. As we leave the Campbell County Historical Society, it's important to know that there's many historical areas in our county, including the La Follette House in downtown La Follette, the Coke Ovens near the Ivydale community, and whether you're spending a nice relaxing day in downtown La Follette or find your way up towards Jellicoe, there's many veteran-related activities and centers here, such as the Chet VA Community Clinic, as well as what's called the WLAF Civil War Memorial Cemetery, which we're going to take a brief tour of now. If you don't know much about the DLAP Civil War Memorial Cemetery, remember, you can reach out to the Campbell County Historical Society to learn more. Now let's head up close to Stinking Creek to the town of Jellicoe, where we're going to look at and see the Veteran Memorial Park that's right there in downtown Jellicoe. If you've not visited, take the time to go up there and take a visit and read the placard that you see here and spend some time in Jellicoe as well. Now, if you go to Jellicoe, on your way out or on your way to is the 1944 troop train wreck on the side of 25W on your way. And then as you get back close to La Follette, near the Tank Springs Trailhead, there's the Big Creek Gap Civil War site. Thank you for your time taking this tour with me. We hoped you enjoyed that tour of Campbell County as well as the East Tennessee Historical Society. Here in a moment, we're going to put up the email address once again for the Historical Society if you have any more questions. And once again, we're going to put up our contact information if you'd like to submit your own stories for next month, including family history, your own history, or ideas for the show. And then right after we do that, we're going to go to Cove Lake State Park to join Tony Branham in the Postmark Jamboree for a very special performance. And with that, Tony, take it away.
Good evening and welcome to the Postmark Jamboree. We are live from Cove Lake State Park tonight, here in October of 2020. This is an old-time radio show performed and recorded before a live audience, brought to you by Postmark La Follette, WLAF AM and FM radio, and Cable Channel 12 in La Follette, Tennessee. Stay tuned in to WLAF for a rebroadcast of this program, or watch it on our YouTube channel, Postmark Jamboree YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Also, follow postmarklafollette.org. It's time for us to kick our show off, and we're going to kick it off really hard right now. We have a special guest with us tonight. It's going to sit in with a special delivery, and the Roberts sisters are going to be coming up here first for us. They've been on many of our shows, and be sure and go back to our YouTube channel and watch our older videos. They performed a week ago at the Louis Bluey Festival, and they brought a special guest with them here tonight. Mr. Will Boyd is going to sit in with special delivery and play some horned instruments here. I believe that's a saxophone and a clarinet. Hey, I don't play those things, but I kind of recognize them. Will is a very good musician, as you will certainly see. Come on over here, Mr. Will. And the Roberts sisters, and I'll try to get these microphones on, and you can introduce the songs. Let's give the Roberts sisters special delivery and Mr. Will Boyd a hand.
Sure. Thank you very much. Right now we're going to do a song that was, I guess, made famous by Frank Sinatra. It's called You're Nobody Till Somebody Loves You.
As sure as the stars shine above, you're nobody till somebody loves you. So find yourself somebody to love. You're nobody till somebody loves you. You're nobody till somebody cares. You may be king, you may possess the world and its gold, but gold won't bring you happiness when you're growing old. The world still is the same, you'll never change it. As sure as the stars shine above, you're nobody till somebody loves you. So find yourself somebody to love. Thank you so much. And a special thank you to Mr. Will Boyle for coming out here to help us, and the band for playing for us. We really appreciate it.
All right, folks, that'll do it for this month. Thank you again for joining us, and once again, thank you to all the veterans out there that have given everything for our rights, and we hope that we've sparked a bit of an interest in all of you this month to check out the East Tennessee Historical Society and to be thankful for everything that we have in this country. Reach out and thank a veteran, or if you are a veteran, once again, thank you. With that, once again, I want to leave you with the information of how you can contact us to submit your story for our episode next month, which will be in December, which will be on the second Wednesday at 8:30 p.m.